Lookup Table Editor allows you to quickly manage all of your content of your lookup tables within Excel. So from here, what you're able to do is on the top, you can go in and filter information by type. So if we only want to look at 90 degrees, then we go ahead and select all, pick 90, and we're only looking at 90-degree information. If we want to go ahead, it does allow for multi-level sorting, allows you to also move columns around accordingly. So you manage your lookup tables where it properly reads everything from left to right to look up other columns of information. If you want to copy information, let's say I want to grab these 60-degree elements, I can come back in here now and copy those, use current, copy to bottom, and we have them all down here. Now we can add more rows of data into our lookup table. If we don't need the information, you decide, you can go back and select those elements. Let's go delete rows and delete. Same commands also work for column information as well too. You can also add prefix and suffix values to your data. So for instance, if I want to add a suffix value to all of these, I can go back and pick which ones I want to have and go ahead and click OK. And I'm going to add an inch mark on that. So we can go back across, and now we added the inch values where we want to of different elements. To remove information as well too, just go ahead and just press remove. Select those items as well and pick what you want to remove, put the character in, and it will remove the information out. You can also go back and do conversion information. So like the type catalog editor, you can go back in here and also generate a list of all of your different foot to inch values. Right here, there's over 60 different calculations, and also the detail of how that is to be presented from level precision. It also has the ability to do the same thing for 1,000 different measurement conversions for metric to imperial based upon 13 different classifications of measurements. So in case you need to do your lookup tables and want to convert from metric to imperial, just simply go ahead and pick your classification you want, pick how you want to handle your conversions, pick all your different types and your conversion information, precisions, and then you can transfer and modify the data accordingly. It does have a find and replace feature that allows you to also be able to look at values and formulas and be able to select by cells. So if I want to pick only information within a certain row, I can pick this area, select, and then type in a value, or if I want to, and we'll go ahead and find all the information, even down to, and I can find between. So I want to find anything between 5 to 9.7. I can go ahead and highlight those values, and let's go ahead and find that information. Let's do it for all of them and find. And we now have picked all of our values in our table that meet those particular criteria. From there, we can go back in there and modify on a case-by-case basis or everything across the board. So let's go back and remove those highlights. And you can go in there and do conversion. So if you have to modify your lookup table data for be compliant for a previous version of Revit for 2010 and 2020, do such. You're going to bring an old version to make it current. So that's right there. It's going to update all the headers to be current to 2021 to current values. You can also do error checking as well too. Check all errors. This one does not have any. If you did, it will show up in highlights to show where the errors exist for you to review, modify, and then prior to exporting out to back to Revit. When you're done, export out your data, export your file, create a backup, yes or no. Let's say we'll create a backup file here. Backup's been created, and now we'll overwrite the original file, yes. And now that file has been updated and ready to be loaded back into Revit. And your file will be shown right here. In this case here is this version we just had created.